Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's running of the Wicked 150 here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. It's going to be 150 laps of short track racing here tonight. I believe it's the Wicked 150. I'll make sure I called that the right name. Yes. Yes, the Wicked Fest 150. I apologize for that one. Tonight, these guys are going to be taking the series to New Hampshire. It's going to be a really interesting race, personally, I believe, because this is kind of like a Martinsville, but I don't know about flatter, but it's just a little wider than Martinsville. But it does look like tonight we got 7 guys in the field tonight. So that's going to be should go by really fast, actually. It's a really tiny track. They'll be going around here probably in about 19 to 22 seconds a lap. So don't fall asleep tonight because it'll be over before you know it. Just waiting for the guys to make their laps. See if anybody's taking. Looks like Dylan Falovich is the only one that's out on the track at the moment. Of course, looks like we have Gabriel Ellison and Rhett Tucker in the field who are battling tooth and nail for that leading position in the points. And Dylan Falovich, that's a nice looking 48 car. See if we can't get a closer look at that. Yeah, that's nice. I like that paint job. He comes off of turn 2 here. This guy's going to get a little loose coming off the corner, but he's going down the backstretch coming into 3 and 4. This is going to be his first time lap. Doesn't get back into the gas as soon as I think he'd like, because typically in the center of that corner you want to get right back on that gas and come right out. Right now that puts him at a 31.29, but Gabriel Ellison out on the track right now. Let's ride on board with him, actually. See if we can't take a lap around this track so you guys get a feel of what it's like out there. He comes across the start-finish line. He just ran a 31.47, so Dylan Falovich still on the lead lap, or still on the pole right now. Coming out of turn 1 and 2, down the backstretch, full throttle. Gets right back into it, lets off the gas, tries to coast through, wants to get back into that gas as soon as possible, and now you can hear him just nail it coming out of turn 4. Comes across start-finish line for lap number 2. That's going to give him a 31.30. Does not beat Dylan Falovich's time. Very close. Dylan ran a 31.29. So very fast for both of those guys. And Chris Cinnamon coming out right now in that Wrangler number 3. And it looks like Rhett Tucker also is making his lap. Let's see if I can't give you guys tonight we are at New Hampshire for the Wicked Fest 150, and next week we head to Pocono in the Xfinity series. Now, with that being said, I believe after tonight we only have 2 more races left until the playoffs start. The playoffs will begin at Michigan on March 24th. So we're going to head to Pocono after this, then the Daytona road course at night before the top 16 is going to head off into the playoffs. Right now, Chris Cinnamon just ran a 31.41, and Rhett Tucker just ran a 31.44. As we are approaching about 4.5 minutes left in qualifying. Rhett Tucker sporting that number 99. If you're just joining us, make sure you, if you're on YouTube watching us, make sure you subscribe, like the video. And if you're on Facebook, like the video, share the video. And I hope you enjoy the race tonight here on 10-4 Broadcasting. Rhett Tucker finishes his second lap, runs about a 10th slower than his first lap. So right now he's sitting in 4th place. And Clinton Snead is now out on the track making his rounds for his qualifying lap. Comes off at turn 4. You can hear it wide open coming across that start-finish line. And that looks like that was his green flag lap. So this time by will be counted. Sporting that number 7 Camping World Toyota. Middle of 3 and 4, comes out of it, still not back on the gas yet. Now he's getting back into it. Comes off close to that wall, cross start finish line. Looks like he's going to post a 31.47. Looks like Clinton Castleberry and Brandon Bullock are not qualifying yet. Oh, gets a little loose there coming off the corner. I do expect that to happen tonight because coming off these corners, it's flat. So as you're trying to get out of these corners, the back end of the car tries to come around, and even here at New Hampshire in the regular the Cup cars, that tends to happen a lot too. Guys will get down in there and just get back into the gas too fast, and just the back of the car comes out from under them. But it's about 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in qualifying. In case you missed it last week was the North American Sim Racing Association's Rockingham Throwback, the No Bull Bash. If you have not watched that race, you need to go back and check it out. It was a fantastic race from start to finish. 125 laps. Winner took home $100, which was Ellison, who is starting in second place here tonight. Ellison took home the cash last week. Fantastic race all around. It always is week in and week out. But just waiting for qualifying to end. Actually, let's see if we can't get a word with somebody. Let's see who is. We're going to talk to Chris Cinnamon. Hey, Chris, it's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, so heading into New Hampshire tonight, what are the key things that you're going to look for throughout this race?
Honest with you, I haven't practiced a whole lot here. It's been a busy week, but found a little bit of tire fall off there after about 10-15 laps. So I got a funny feeling once we get longer in a run, it's about tire management.
All right, well, good luck tonight. Wish you the best, and hopefully we'll talk to you after the race.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Chris. And that was Chris Cinnamon, driver of that number 3. He looks like he is going to be starting P3 in that number 3. Looks like he's still running his paint scheme from last week from the throwback race. But once again, if you did not check that race out, you need to. And I believe, I just want to check out. Looking to see. Yeah, so last week Chris Cinnamon finished in second place. Started in fourth, finished in fourth, finished in second last week. Did a heck of a job bringing that number 3 around. And it all came down to fuel mileage because Gabriel Ellison, Chris Cinnamon, and Clinton Snead last week were your top 3. And they took a very big gamble on the gas last week, so we'll see if this week, if it has to happen again, because Ellison had to make up something that happened 2 weeks prior where he was gambling on fuel and did not make it with about 2 laps to go. He had to come in and get fuel, and that cost him the race. But looks like 150 laps here tonight. All these cars look really good tonight at New Hampshire. See if we can't get them all in. And it looks like Dylan Falovich is going to be your pole sitter in that number 48 with Gabriel Ellison just starting on the outside of him. Get a good look at the track. See, it's very flat. This track is very, it's not one of my, well, we'll just say I don't like flat tracks. We'll just say that. But a lot of guys do like these short flat tracks. It's very difficult to handle, very difficult to pass. You'll be lucky if you don't get into the back of somebody or even to the side of them trying to get around them through the corners, because this front and back stretch is so small lengthwise that it's just very difficult to make your pass. You see, I guess there is some banking at New Hampshire. I guess I take away what it really is. Guess it has more banking than Martinsville per se, and the turns are wider, but still not one of my favorite tracks. So it's a good thing I am not racing tonight, because we'd be watching a lot of wrecks. These guys are coming down for the green flag. Pace car is leading them to the start-finish line. The pace car is off, and the green flag is out. And we are underway here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Falovich gets a good start. Chris Cinnamon to the inside of Tucker just behind them. They're going to be battling coming up forward, but Tucker is going to be able to clear him, and he might even pass Ellison here on the outside as they head down the backstretch. Yeah, Tucker has a great run on the outside. He has gone from fourth to second in a lap, and now he's going to the outside of Dylan Falovich. Ellison looks like he's going to try to take some notes from him following his line. Tucker gets a little high, but him getting high, he just gets a run off the corner. He gets a little loose there. Let's go right on board with Gabriel Ellison, so you see everything that's going on. And now it looks like Tucker, very close to the outside wall, trying to get a huge run on the outside lane. Looks like he's almost there. He's past the 48 now. Now he's cleared the 48. Ellison now taking note, taking the same lane that Tucker took, because Ellison knows that he has to stay on the back of Tucker if he has any chance at this race, because Tucker has been very fast and getting things done. And Tucker now is your leader. Falovich has fallen back to third. Was your pole sitter, back to third now, just behind Ellison. Chris Cinnamon has lost a position back in fourth. Clinton Snead in fifth. Clinton Castleberry in 6th, and Brandon Bullock in 7th. Still running his throwback from last week. Fantastic paint job. Yeah, Sherry in the chat says, let's go Rhett Tucker. Rhett Tucker is trying to check out. Let's see how many wins Rhett Tucker has on the season, actually. Looks like Rhett Tucker has 3 wins on the season. Gabriel Ellison has 3 wins. 2 points separates these guys. Last week's race at Richmond really helped Ellison because Tucker had to go in to the pits, and his strategy did not pay off. But Ellison took the gamble, stayed out, and now Tucker's lead in the points is only by 2. Tucker's running a nice, smooth line. I told you earlier how long it takes to get around this track. I was incorrect. It's about 31 to 32 seconds. I don't know why I thought it was like 19 to 20 seconds. I must be thinking of a video game where I had NOS, because I have no idea where I got those numbers from. But this is a really tight race up here for the lead. You've got Tucker in first, Ellison in second, and then Falovich just behind them. As you can see, Ellison is staying with him. Not making any moves yet, but he also could just be seen where Tucker is getting his advantage, because Tucker, since the drop of the green flag, came out like a rocket ship and went straight from 4th to 1st in about 2 laps. And Ellison now looks like he's trying to get a run on Tucker. And the issue is, if he tries to go to the inside, it's going to be very difficult to pass. But he is on his tail here very early on in this one. And when that tire wear starts happening, when it falls off significantly, we're going to see these guys start to spread out. Right now, the field is still set as it was. Got Rhett Tucker in first, Gabriel Ellison in second, Falovich in third, Chris Cinnamon back in third, with Clinton Snead just behind him, Clinton Castleberry behind him, and then Brandon Bullock rounding that out. Ooh, it's a little catwalk in there. See a little different line than what the other guys are running. Digs deep down there below that yellow line. Here at New Hampshire, there is no yellow line rule, so it doesn't pertain to them. They can use the surface as they please. I know some guys use it to kind of not cut the corner, but really get it slowed down and pull through the corner and get a good run off. And for some of these guys, it does work. On perspective for laps, Rhett Tucker ran a 32.48 compared to, him and Gabriel Ellison ran the same lap time. So these guys are really digging in there. Let me see if I can't show you the track map, so you guys get a look at how the track looks from above. Actually, I might be able to take it to the chopper. Not really. Blimp gives us a little wider view of the track. You see him going down the backstretch, going through turn 1 or 3 and 4, coming out and coming across the start-finish line. These three guys are really even right now. The lap times are coming to a 32.34, 32.41, 32.38. So these three guys are really staying nose to tail. Really no difference in any of them. Coming to lap 16. Oh, looks like Clinton Snead finally got around Chris Cinnamon. We'll go back and take a look at that pass. Goes to the inside here off the back stretch. Gets a good run and clears him going into turn 3 and 4. So now Clinton Snead is up to 4th position. And now it looks like the guys have kind of left Dylan Falovich. Put some distance between them and him. I know it's very difficult to when you're a guy like Dylan, you're sitting in 3rd position and you're doing your best to stay with the leaders. Makes it very difficult to really run your race and try to run down the leaders and stick with them in what they're doing, because whatever you're doing is different than what they're doing, so you're typically not used to driving their style. It looks like Falovich is having a couple of issues. Oh, it looks like Clinton Snead got a little loose there off the corner. I saw it out of the corner of the screen. But he does a great job saving it, keeps it going. Lap 20 of 150 here at New Hampshire. Oh! And Clinton Castleberry just slammed that outside wall. Really hard. See if we can't get a closer look. Yeah, you can see that front end damage right there. Oh, man, it looks like he may even have knocked the toe out in that right front. He hit that wall pretty significantly. That's going to change the handling of his car and how the rest of his night's going to go. Until we do come to the end of the stage for stage 1. But it looks like Clinton Castleberry is handling that pretty well. Clinton Snead still in 4th. And Dylan Falovich in 3rd. I want to take a look at the points really quick. Let's see. Right now, top 16 in points. Pretty good lead over the rest of the field. So Chris Cinnamon last week from his second place finish jumped 3 spots in the points to 7th position. So that really pushes him up there to be locked into that top 16. Dylan Falovich coming off a 3 and 4, coming across the start finish line. He's now about 3 seconds behind the leader of Rhett Tucker, and Rhett looks like he has about a 1.2 second lead over Gabriel Ellison. And you can see Gabriel Ellison back there. See, you can hear he's letting off the gas a lot getting through the corner, because those tires are not doing very well. But that's typical at a track like this, especially when we have green flag runs as well. These guys are going to really wear out those tires and struggle here on these long runs to get through it. But Tucker being nice and smooth about it. Now is the 2.5 lead over Gabriel Ellison. Chris Cinnamon right now sitting in 5th. Looks like he's just cruising along. It's a long race. They know what they're going to have to do to make things happen. Lap 27 of 150 here. Brandon Bullock looks like he's about 24 seconds off the leader. Really close to that wall. I know it seems like he's struggling inside the car. See if we can't see. Yeah, he's trying to turn that wheel really hard. And a lot of times too, when you do that, you kind of eat up the tires because you're just turning so hard and your car's still going straight. Now you can hear he almost don't get back onto the gas until he's completely out of the turn, which is really going to hurt him. You hear he's starting to get back on the gas. Rhett Tucker still your leader. Looks like Brandon Bullock entered a pit road. Looks like pit stops may be coming up since he's coming in. Or he got some damage that I don't know about, but we will see as he comes down pit road. Brandon Bullock is in his pit stop now. And I'm not sure. It looks like he's either a penalty or because it's about 25 seconds now. He's been in the pit stop, so we'll have to check in with him later, see what's going on. But back up front, Rhett Tucker is your leader. But while these guys... Well, we'll wait. I don't want to take a commercial break until I know that these guys aren't going to also be going to the pits. Because I don't want to miss that, because that's where things could get very difficult for some of these drivers. Gabriel Ellison now about 3 seconds back from the leader of Rhett Tucker. As you see that battle there, in that battle box, about 3.3 seconds separates those two. As you see, Rhett Tucker is our biggest mover of the race. He has gained 3 positions since the drop of the green flag. And he was doing it like no tomorrow, too, because he was, in the beginning of the race, going to the way outside, getting a run off the corner and coming down the front stretch and back stretch, just dominating these guys on the outside. But I believe we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after this.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Snead Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
And we are back here on 10-4 Broadcasting. Big shout out to the sponsor of tonight's race. Well, the entire series, actually. This is the Snead Competition Design Xfinity Series here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, the Wicked Fest 150. Gabriel Ellison is who we're looking at right now, who is losing Rhett Tucker more and more as we speak. Almost 5 seconds back from your leader, Rhett Tucker. Rhett Tucker just really has this figured out. It really doesn't look like the tire fall off is really affecting him. I mean, yes, when you look at the lap times, he's about almost 2 seconds off of his best lap. But, I mean, that's expected. But he's still running 3/10 faster than the rest of the guys in the field. And it does look like Brandon Bullock is back out on the track. Coming to lap 40 here. Of 150. I feel like this is a good time to take a 10-4 Broadcasting, crank it up, and we're going to ride, starting off riding on board with Rhett Tucker. Oh, and just as I said it, caution comes out. I think it might be a competition, or I think it might be the end of stage 1. I believe it is, because I don't think anything happened with anybody. not that I see. Yeah, it looks like it's just a competition caution. Well, the end of stage 1. So, looks like Rhett Tucker is going to be your winner for stage 1. And of course, he's going to elect to come down pit road. Going to get 4 fresh ones, I'm assuming, because these guys have ran a total of 40 laps on those sets of tires, and I know that has to be a struggle. But while they're taking their pit stops, we're going to take a pit stop, and we want to make sure you guys know where all the action is in regards to the North American Sim Racing Association. And so this is where you can watch all the rest of the races throughout the week. And just like that, we're back here on 10-4 Broadcasting. Make sure you check out all the different series that these guys do every week. But we're back here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and the green flag is out. And Tucker gets a good jump right there in front of Ellison. And Clinton Snead now up to 3rd position on the inside of Chris Cinnamon, clears him off the corner. And now Falovich is trying to work on Chris Cinnamon. Cinnamon had not a very good start there. And now that's showing, because these guys are passing him like no tomorrow. But now it looks like these guys have settled down. Looks like Clinton Castleberry's gotten some of that damage fixed on that number 21. But back up front, Rhett Tucker and Gabriel Ellison fighting side by side. But as we were trying to do before that caution came out, Rhett Tucker is your stage 1 winner. And now we're on lap 45, 150. We're going to go crank it up 10-4 style. as we've been riding along with Ellison, Rhett Tucker has been able to extend his lead since the drop of the green flag. Clinton Snead still sitting in second place. Has a good battle here between him and Dylan Falovich. Lap 53 of 150 here at the Wicked Fast 150 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Actually, I kind of feel like when I say Wicked Fast, I know there's an accent for up north. Wicked Fast. I don't know. I can't do it, so never mind. Forget it. I had a professor that always could do it, but not I. Looks like Falovich gets a really good run on him heading into the corner, but then coming from the center off, Clinton Snead has a really good drive. Now I'm wondering if, yeah, 'cause it looks like Dylan's just rolling through the corner a little bit better than Snead is. Yeah, I believe Falovich is saving his tires a little bit more than Clinton is. But I'm just going off of sound of how fast he getting back into the gas and coming off. He got a little loose there coming off the turn 2. Gabriel Ellison right now about looks like he's about 0.8 of a second back from Rhett Tucker right now. So for right now, he's trying to stick with him. He did stick with him a good portion of that first run. Looks like Ellison is cutting into that interval just a little bit. Let me see if I can't find the. There we go. Yeah, he had it down to a 0.7 that last lap. So yeah, see, he's teetering. Oh shoot! I hate this mic, Dustin. Thank you for that. Now I know. That's terrible. That's. Oh, it looks like Dylan Falovich. Did it just show me that? No. I don't know why it showed me that. It told me he passed Chris Cinnamon, but he already passed Chris Cinnamon. Well, Dustin, I'm going to invite you over for dinner. Come on over, buddy. You guys. Falovich getting a really good run, like I said, into the corner, getting up on the back of Clinton Snead. Oh, it gets a little loose there coming off of 2. Closes up on him right there in the center of the corner. He's eventually going to get around him. Let's see if we can't. I want to get a closer camera of this. These two are really going at it. Clinton Snead, since the drop of the green flag, has gained 2 positions. Falovich, who was Your pole sitter has lost 3. He was battling up there early with the leaders for that last stage. And this stage he's struggled to find that rhythm. But I'm going to tell you, it really depends on who you have in front of you. So guys like Ellison and Gabriel, or that's the same person, Tucker and Ellison, if they're in front of you, you're more prone to be going faster, wasting your tires, trying to stay with them, because they're the head of the pack. If you are near those guys, you kind of need to try to stay with them, so that way you actually have a chance. And yeah, so Falovich actually is your winner from, I believe, 2 weeks ago. He's 3rd place in points right now. I'm double checking my stats. Yeah, Falovich won at the Twin City 125 at the Kansas Motor Speedway. Oh, you can see the back of his car step out a little bit going into the corner and coming out. I really think Dylan Falovich is going to be able to pass him before this thing is over. We're on lap 64, I believe. We'll probably get a competition caution. Well, I mean, the end of stage 2 around 85-ish. So about 20 more laps. Rhett Tucker, still your leader, now has a 1.25 second lead over Gabriel Ellison. To put it in perspective, let me see. Right now, Ellison, we are on race 12 tonight. And between Ellison and Tucker, they have 3 wins apiece. So 6 wins from both of them. And it looks like Tucker, Ellison, and Falovich are the only drivers. Oh, nope. Clinton Castleberry. So Clinton Castleberry, Dylan Falovich, Gabriel Ellison, and Rhett Tucker are the only drivers to all start every single race so far. Oh, and also, Dustin, I'll just give you a little heads up. Wasn't that great? I'm pretty sure I just had, I don't know, for some reason, it's going to be funny to say, the cottage cheese was warm in that one bite. That could be questionable. So if I disappear, y'all know what happened to me. I might have died. And now Tucker. This is around last stage when Tucker started really gaining a lot of time between him and Gabriel Ellison. Now at a 1.5 second lead. And Ellison, I imagine Ellison, that car is, or not Ellison, Tucker. I don't know why I keep messing these two up tonight. Tucker inside that car now is probably pretty calm. He just really looks like he's running his line, not worried about what's going on behind him or around him or anything like that. But Gabriel Ellison currently sitting in second, trying to chase down Rhett Tucker. Clinton Snead still sitting in third position. Doesn't look like Falovich is really there anymore. He's back about a half a second behind Clinton Snead, and then Chris Cinnamon sitting back in fifth position, with Clinton Castleberry rounding out. Oh, looks like Castleberry's having some issues here. I see a lot of sparks flying off the front of that car. He's letting off quite a bit going into the corners. He must be really struggling with that car. I mean, they're on... see if I can't find... nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Oop. I think I need to just get rid of that. So I'm trying to find. Don't know why. I can't find. Oh, pitch strategy. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. So looks like last time they went 41 laps before a pit stop. Now, right now they are sitting at about 30. Yep, about 30 laps since their last pit stop, which was the end of segment 1. Stage 1. I don't know why I keep calling them segments. But Clinton Castleberry is your last car on the lead lap right now. It does look like I did miss that Brandon Bullock has actually retired from the race. Check out the weather here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Not sure why it says May 15th of 2021. That is not the date. When you see the humidity is at 87%, partly cloudy, and 45 degrees Celsius. I don't know Celsius, so I hope you guys do. It's out the window for me. Go back out front. Looks like Clinton Castleberry, or we were just on Clinton Castleberry. Rhett Tucker still your leader with a 2.5 second lead over Gabriel Ellison. And Ellison's pretty much keeping that 2.5 second difference between him and Ellison. Oh, man. I apologize tonight, guys. I don't know what. I'm sitting here looking at his name and saying something different out loud. So it's like I'm reading what I want to say, but not saying what I want to say. But Rhett Tucker now to a 2.7 second lead over Gabriel Ellison. Clinton Snead still hold on to a solid third right now. Last week, that's where he finished. Clinton Snead finished it third in at Rockingham at the Noble Bash. It's a good finish for him. And then Dylan Falovich just behind him, sitting in fourth place. And, of course, Chris Cinnamon in fifth right now. Looks like the fastest car on the track, of course, is Rhett Tucker. Running last lap at 32.72. Lap 78. I believe we're probably about 3 to 4 laps away from that stage. The final, the end of the stage. So it looks like as of right now, pending any wild things happening, it looks like Rhett Tucker is going to bring home Stage 1 and Stage 2 win. The question will be what's going to happen in Stage 3 because they will, I mean, they've gone green for a pretty long time. So if they stay green through Stage 3, that could make things really interesting. And now I will say this time, Ellison has been able to keep the lead under 5 seconds, unlike the stage 1. But we'll see what these guys do, because those green flag pit stops are going to be very crucial. Red tire coming around, and I believe caution. Yep, caution is out. The end of stage 2 has arrived. And just like that, Rhett Tucker bringing home a stage 1 win and a stage 2 win. We're going to see if we can't. We'll wait for Gabriel to get to his pits. We don't want to interrupt that, but once he does, going to pull him in, see if we can't talk to him, see what he could do to possibly catch Ellison or Tucker going into stage 3. Because I've interviewed guys before and I've accidentally messed up their entire pit stop, so I do not want to do that tonight. And now the leaders are coming into pit road. It's going to be a 4-tire pit stop. And fuel for these guys. They come down. Tucker in his spot. Now Ellison in his spot. And then Falovich in his. Falovich has that leading exit pit. And Chris Cinnamon in his pit stop now. Once again, I want to welcome you guys here to the Snead Competition Xfinity Series. Tucker down and away. And it looks like they're going to leave just as they came in. So now, let's see if we can't get Ellison up here real quick. Hey, Gabriel, it's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, so Tucker, as always, looks really strong here. Is there anything you can pull out of your bag to possibly reel him in? That last stage, you actually kept him under 5 seconds, so you did better this time than the first one. What could you possibly do different?
Yeah, the first stage I killed the right front. I did a little better that time, but still not great. So I think I need to go a little easier into the corners, but we'll have to pit on this one. Let me think. Yeah, we'll have to do a green flag pit, so maybe I can get him there. Other than that, I'll probably have to just, wreck him or him wreck. That's about all. He's really fast, so that's about all I got. 2
points separate you two heading into tonight. Last week, your win really brought you back closer to him. So, good luck tonight, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of the race.
I appreciate it, man.
And that was Gabriel Ellison, driver of that number 27. Now starting on the outside of Rhett Tucker as we're coming down to the green flag. I did notice Dylan Falovich went back into the pits. Not sure what happened there. Maybe it was a mistake on my scoring board. But anyways, coming back to the green flag. Green flag is out here. The beginning of stage 3. And the final stage here. And now we're going to see who's going to make some aggressive moves here, because if there's any time you want to make a move, it is now. And back here in the back, looks like these guys are making moves. Falovich has dropped all the way back to the end of the field. He's lost 5 positions since the start of this race. Looks like he's really struggling to pass people and stay ahead of them. Now Chris Cinnamon has his eyes set on Clinton Snead. Ooh, gets a little too close there, lets off a lot. And now Castleberry's on the inside of him. Oh, Castleberry gets a little loose off the corner. And now Castleberry is trying to make his way around Chris Cinnamon. Deep to the inside. And now Falovich coming back to fight back for his position as well. Ooh, Castleberry slows up a lot. Falovich goes to the inside. Oh, they stay pretty good off of each other. Falovich trying to come off that corner and get around. But, oh, he cuts off Chris Cinnamon. That was a close one. Wow, great battle back here for, I want to say it's 4th, 5th, and 6th right now. Falovich and Castleberry both get around Chris Cinnamon. And now these guys are really using up their tires here. But they will have to make a green flag pit stop. Lap 88 of 150. And now Falovich going to the inside of Clinton Castleberry, going back around him. So now Falovich trying to gain all those spots back. He lost, but Clinton's going to go down to the inside, try to do the crossover move at the quarter panel. Not going to be enough to get there. Slides right back in behind Falovich as they head off into turn 1 and 2. And Clinton Castleberry let off a lot going into that corner. I think Chris Cinnamon had to check up when he had kind of had a run there. But now back up front, Rhett Tucker still your leader, with Gabriel Ellison about 0.8 behind him. Coming off of turn 2 down the back stretch. I believe Tucker has either led all the laps or all but one. I think it's all but one. Maybe 2. But he is just running this track like it's nothing. Making it look easy. And I know it's not. Well, maybe it's easy for him. But if I was out there, forget it. It's going to be really interesting to see how the playoffs go here in the Snead Competition Design Xfinity Series, because with the cutoff races, it looks like the cutoff races are at so one cutoff race is at the Daytona Road Course, and then another cutoff race will be at Darlington, and they'll have their championship at Atlanta on the 14th of April. It does look like also in the playoffs they're going to one of my favorite tracks, Chicagoland. Fortunately, don't don't believe that track exists anymore. But it is what it is. If I could have bought it and kept it running, I would have. There's a lot of good tracks that seem to be disappearing, unfortunately. I believe also this is going to be the last year of the Auto Club before they tear that up and turn it into, I believe, a short track. It almost looks like a long straightaway, short turn Martinsville, I think. It's been a while since I looked at it, so. But hey, all these changes to these racetracks is good for us here at iRacing because that just gives us more tracks to add to the simulator and for us to go out there and have a lot of fun with. But let's go through the field after 97 laps of 150. Gabriel Ellison is in second. Rhett Tucker is your leader. Right now, Ellison's about a second back from Rhett Tucker. Clinton Snead sitting comfortably in third place still. And Dylan Falovich just behind him. Clinton Castleberry sitting in fifth. And then Chris Cinnamon sitting in sixth. It's really going to come down to what goes on during this pit stop. Is somebody going to accidentally speed, get a penalty of some sort? They could spin coming into pit lane, and a caution may not get thrown out because it'll be off the racing surface. So it's going to be interesting to see when that does happen. Right now we're on lap 99 of 150, so I believe they'll probably have to come around lap 130. So, but Chris Cinnamon's coming in now. Could this be playing into his strategy? April Tucker is on fire. It's unbelievable what he's able to do. Right now he's got about a 1.2 second lead over Gabriel Ellison. But Chris Cinnamon now in the pits. Car up on the right side. Back down. Clinton Castleberry is now in the pits as well. Gets it slowed up. And looks like Chris Cinnamon is finished. He's down and away. Pit stop was only 14.55 seconds. It's a fantastic job on that. And now Clinton Castleberry finding his way to the pits. Now in his pit stop. So just to give you a comparison, right now Rhett Tucker's running about a 32.53, and we're going to see what Chris Cinnamon runs this time by, because this will be his first lap on those new tires, because the previous lap was basically almost his warm-up lap. Coming out of turn 3 and 4, coming across our finish line. Rhett Tucker ran a 32.49 last lap, and he just ran a 31.77. And his best lap of the race. So now he's running about a second and a half faster than the leaders with those 4 fresh Goodyears. Tucker now back still out front as a second and a half lead over Gabriel Ellison, who he also has just a 2-point lead over. What I wonder is Ellison going to try to maybe pit a little earlier than Tucker and try to beat him out by gaining time on him with those new tires. Because Chris Cinnamon just ran his fastest lap again. 3 laps in a row that he has run faster laps than all race. Chris Cinnamon just ran a 31.59, and just for that, a 39.79, and then a 39.77, or 31.77. So right now, Chris Cinnamon is on fire, trying to gain time on these leaders before they go to the pits. Because the longer they're out, the more time he will gain. But then my question is, could maybe some of these leaders skip on getting tires and just go for some fuel to get them to the end? I don't know. Could be too big of a risk. Here, Tucker letting off the gas a lot. But while these guys are still under green flag, we're going to go ahead, step away for a couple commercials, and we'll be right back after this. Rhett Tucker, still your leader here at New Hampshire.
To build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Snead Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
And we are back here at New Hampshire for the Snead Competition Design Xfinity Series. Looks like Rhett Tucker, we came back just in time, comes down pit road, lap 110 of 150 here. And Dylan Falovich is also down, or no. Oh, they're just showing that he passed Rhett Tucker. So Rhett Tucker is the first leader to come down pit road. Of course, he's going to get 4 fresh ones because his lap times fell off quite a bit. He's down and away. Ran a 14.52 second pit stop. Now Gabriel Ellison is your leader. The question is, when is he going to come in? See, he's having to slow down quite a bit. Let's take a look at lap times between him and Rhett Tucker. Gabriel Ellison last time by ran a 32.98, while Rhett Tucker this time by, it's going to be his timed lap right here, runs a 31.34, fastest lap of the race right there, coming on lap 114. His previous best lap was a 31.44. So if I was Ellison, unless Ellison got something up his sleeve where he don't have to pit, because he does, he has been able to pull off quite a few tricks this season. And right now, I believe Tucker is barely in the lead lap, but that's not going to matter because he's going to be able to drive away. And Ellison having to let off the gas quite a bit. He's now running 33-second lap times, 2.5 seconds off of his original time. I'm sorry, a 1.5 seconds off. And Chris Cinnamon is behind him, catching back up to him, trying to get his lap back because Gabriel Ellison did put him a lap down. And Cinnamon's running about 32.6 second laps, while Rhett Tucker still puts down another fast lap, 31.29 out there. He is just on fire here at New Hampshire. See how long this stint has been for pits really quick. Pit strategy. Looks like they're at about 35 laps of green flag right now. Ellison in first, Snead in second. They are teammates. Falovich sitting in third. And I forgot to mention earlier, I believe it's Lumpkin in the chat was saying, let's go Falovich. He couldn't make the race tonight. Him and Tony couldn't make it tonight because of work. It looks like Gabriel Ellison has now entered pit road. See how smooth this goes. Right sides are up. Clinton Snead is your leader. So now the question is, when will Clinton Snead make his way down pit road? Gabriel Ellison has left pit road, ran a 14.43 second pit stop. It's the fastest pit stop of the day from anyone. And now the only two drivers left to pit are Clinton Snead and Dylan Falovich. I wonder what kind of strategy Snead has going on in his head right now. Because if I was Clinton Snead, I'd be wondering, what can I do to push this to the end? Because it's lap 121 of 150, but I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he can push the fuel that far unless there's something I don't know. But it'd be very difficult to do so. And let's see lap times compared to the leader. Gabriel Ellison just ran a 31.77, while Clinton Snead is running 33.5s. Almost 2 seconds in difference there on those lap times between the leader and Gabriel Ellison. Snead still out front. Let's take a look at pit strategy again. We're right now at 40 laps since the last time Snead and Falovich pitted. I think they both were kind of hoping for a caution of some sort. Rhett Tucker also is gaining on Clinton Snead very fast. He's only got a 6-second lead over Rhett Tucker right now. So that's going to be the big question as to when these guys are going to come down pit road. Lap 124 of 150 here. Clinton Snead is really pushing the envelope on this fuel mileage. I like it. And now Rhett Tucker just passed Dylan Falovich for second place. See if we can't go back and take a look at that. See if there was any challenge at all. Oh! Gets into the back of Falovich really hard. Just kind of pushes him right out of the way. I want to ride on board for that. And we're going to go back and take a look. Oh. Actually, I think Falovich may have gotten into the wall. We're going to take a quick look. Gets into the back of him really hard right there. Oh, yeah. Looks like Falovich had been sideways through this whole corner. And Tucker just gasses it. Oh, yeah, really nowhere for Tucker to go. Just gets right into the back of him. But once again, nothing he could do there. Doesn't look like there's any damage. Actually, there is damage to the front of that number 99. So now the car may handle different with 24 laps to go. But he has about a 12-second lead, or he's 12 seconds ahead of Gabriel Ellison. So all that time that Gabriel spent out front really caught back up to him. But Clinton Snead, still your leader. But look who's coming up quick behind him. Rhett Tucker, trying to find his way back to the lead and back around that number 7 of Clinton Snead. Question is, will Clinton Snead maybe block him a little bit? No, Clinton's just going to move right out of the way because he knows that Rhett Tucker's faster, but he's not going to let him do it easily, though. He tries to fight back on that outside lane. And now Rhett Tucker back to the lead over Clinton Snead. So now the question is Clinton Snead going to come down pit road now that he's been caught? But now if Clinton Snead comes to pits, he's going to lose a lot of time with Falovich, Ellison, Cinnamon, and Castleberry because he's on such old tires at this point. But we're going to take a short commercial break and we'll be right back after this.
To build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have two options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Snead Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
And we are back here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Clinton Snead still sitting in second place. Still has not made that pit stop. 18 laps to go. I'm really beginning to wonder when he's going to have to pit. Oh, and it looks like Dylan Falovich finally made his pit stop during that commercial break. So now it makes me wonder, when is that going to happen for Clinton Snead? Take a quick look at pit strategy. Clinton Snead is on a 51 laps since he has been to pit road. But it has him sitting in second place, and he still has a 7.5 second lead over Gabriel Ellison. So Clinton Snead, if he doesn't have to go to the pits, he got 16 more laps. I don't know that there's going to be enough fuel in that car, but if there is, he could very well finish in second place tonight. Which would be fantastic because, oh, he gets a little loose there coming off the corner. It looks like Dylan Falovich is back in pit road. Not sure if he had a penalty of some sort. Oh, and looks like he has called it a night. But Clinton Snead still second place. I think this could be the story of the night if he can pull this off. This will be unbelievable fuel strategy and the fuel mileage at that point. You might want to take this car home if it can run this far. Because right now, let me take a look really quick. New Hampshire Motor Speedway is about well, I was trying to find the length of the track. Oh, it's a 1.058 mile track. So at this point, let me bring out the fueling calculator. So at this point, at 1.058 times, what are we at now? 55 laps. He's gone 58.19 miles on this tank of gas. And I don't even want to know. Oh, and there it is. Clinton Snead now coming down pit road with 12 laps to go. But he's going to have the freshest tires out of all these guys. And now Gabriel Ellison back up to second place. He's really going to be hauling the mail because right now Rhett Tucker, his last lap, he's back into the 33s for lap times. And Clinton Snead looks like he only maybe got right sides and gas to get into the rest of the race. Coming out of the pits, getting the car back up to speed. Question is, if he took those right side tires, it's going to make his car feel kind of weird for a couple of laps. Right now, Tucker just passed him. Tucker's got a 9-second lead over Gabriel Ellison. Actually, it's about a 10-second lead, 9.9 over him. With 10 to go. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like those tires are really helping out Snead because he's catching Ellison. It looks like he's going to try to go to the inside of Ellison here. If he can get up to him, I imagine he's going to make that pass. And now Snead going to the inside. I think Ellison or Tucker's probably going to let him go because he doesn't want to mess up his car or push his car past any more limits, because Ellison he's got a good lead over Ellison, and I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. Tucker looking for win number 4 tonight, as they Snead and Tucker catch Clinton Castleberry, and Clinton Snead back up to 4th place right now. His next victim would be Chris Cinnamon, who is about 5.5 seconds ahead of him. So we'll see if he can't cut that margin down and possibly come home in 3rd. Well, right now it's 7 laps to go, but Clinton Snead is not very far behind Chris Cinnamon. I thought he was farther behind, but he's running a whole second faster a lap than Chris Cinnamon. So he's about 4.5 seconds ahead. He will catch him just in time to get around him. Five laps to go here. Snead now only behind by 3.5 seconds over Chris Cinnamon. This, I believe, is going to be the battle to end the night, because Tucker has a 10-second lead over Gabriel Ellison. Tucker would need something massive to happen to even get that taken away from him. So here we go. We're going to watch this probably for the duration of the rest of the race. 4 laps to go here. 3 seconds separate Chris Cinnamon and Clinton Snead. We will bring that up on your battle box. Now down to a 1.92. I'm telling you, every lap he's just getting faster and faster. And there, you can see the distance between those two. They're officially like right in front of each other. 3 laps to go. Is Clinton Snead going to be able to pull this off? He is really digging deep, and he's really shaving time off. 1 second lead Chris Cinnamon has. If I'm Chris Cinnamon, I am not looking in the mirror right now, because right now my mirror is going to be full of Clinton Snead. Who has a 0.7 second lead over Snead. And right now these two guys are going to be coming through. This is 2 laps to go for them, because they're on the tail end of the lead lap. Because Rhett Tucker right now is coming to the white flag right about now. And there it is. White flag is out. And now Snead going down to the inside of Chris Cinnamon. Going to the inside, trying to complete that pass. Snead now in 3rd position. Oh, he lets off the brakes lets off the gas a little sooner than Cinnamon. And now Snead gets back into it. Slides up in front of that number 3. And now Snead, he moves up to 3rd place. And back at the leader, Rhett Tucker. Going to come off the corner, bring it home. Oh, gets into Clinton Castleberry. Wrecking on the front stretch. Wrecking across the line. Brings it home. I think he's having a little fun there. But Clinton Snead back here in 3rd position. Gabriel Ellison's going to finish in 2nd. Clinton Snead back here going to finish in 3rd place. Great job catching Chris Cinnamon on those final 2 laps to bring it home for a podium. And of course, Chris Cinnamon finishing in 4th. Clinton Castleberry coming home in 5th. Dylan Falovich in 6th. And Brandon Bullock in 7th. There you have it. Rhett Tucker, yet again, bringing it home. It's unbelievable what he's been able to do. Get these guys lined up for interviews. And we'll go ahead and interview our 3rd place driver. Will Clinton, I had an exciting time watching you on, I didn't know how long your fuel was going to go. First off, you did a fantastic job with that. And second, you just, when you went in, did you go for right sides only?
Yeah, right sides only there. I knew that was my only, at that point I'd ran so long, that was my only play to even get a chance at 3rd, right? And yeah, 4 tires wasn't gonna do it. I was hoping, I was doing my best to save a little fuel there, and I was hoping there's gonna be a late caution, but if that had happened, I would have been in good shape, but it didn't come. But Rhett definitely deserved the win here tonight.
Well, for you last week, 3rd place at Rockingham and 3rd place again here tonight. That's 2 good, solid runs back to back, and that really, it's gonna. I was looking at the points for you. Right now, you're sitting in. Looks like. 4th place. So you were ahead of Dylan Falovich tonight, so you're going to gain more spots for 3rd place. But just about 3 races left before the playoffs already.
Yeah, fast season for sure. Yeah, I mean it's the. I think we've only got 2 more. We've got Pocono and then Daytona Road Course before
Correct.
the playoffs start, and then it's really going to be about winning one of those 3 playoff races to make the championship because you've got to assume that Gabe's going to win one and Rhett's going to win one and Dylan's got a good chance at winning one. So you've either got to win one or run really, really well to get enough points to be up there. So yeah, I'll definitely have to put in a little bit of practice for those 3 races and hopefully make it to Atlanta.
Well, luckily, Michigan and Chicago are not too hard of a tracks, but you get to Darlington, it's it gets questionable for me. That's
Oh, for sure. I mean, there's probably going to be a decent amount of carnage there and cautions and stuff, and yeah, it'll be about surviving and tire management, really.
Well, good finish tonight. Next week we head to Pocono. How do you like Pocono?
Not too well. I guess we'll struggle through it. I'm looking forward to the Daytona Road Course. I think it'll be a lot of fun with these cars, and yeah, then we'll dive into the playoffs and see where we stack up.
Well, of course, good luck heading into the playoffs, and great job tonight in 3rd place. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, a big shout out to you guys at 10-4 Broadcasting for putting these races on. Gabe and Mitch, my teammates. Mitch couldn't make it tonight, but Gabe with a strong 2nd place run there. Michael McKinnon and everybody at NASRA for putting these races on, and yeah, hopefully we'll survive Pocono and have a good run at Daytona and then move on to the playoffs.
Well, good luck, of course, next week, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Clinton. And that was Clinton Snead, your third place finisher for tonight. And now, going to bring in Gabriel Ellison, your second place finisher for tonight. Gabriel, you and Clinton, you've been able to pull off 2 fantastic weeks in a row. You finishing second tonight and him finishing third yet again. What I know we talked about the pit stop, but man, it just left nothing on the track.
Yeah, I kind of figured out that only way I was going to beat him was to pit a lot earlier than him on that last run, and just try to make it up early and then get in front of him and not let him by when he caught back up. But he took that option from me. That was a good move on his part to pit. He pit on like lap 110. It was pretty early. So
Yeah.
once I saw him go early, I was like, okay, well, I guess I just got to do the opposite, because if I do the same, I'm not going to beat him. So I just decided to split it, and pitting early was the move. I mean, he picked up a solid 3-4 seconds on me doing that. So I don't think it really mattered what I did. Clearly he knew something I didn't about how to get through a corner, or I don't know. I thought maybe he was downshifting, but he said he wasn't. So I think he just had a better line than me.
When I was listening to his onboard, it didn't sound like he was downshifting. So
Yeah, it's just he had a better line or better throttle management, something like that. But hats off to him for that.
y'all are better than me here. I'm absolutely terrible at this track.
Oh, it's tough. Yeah, I mean, I think that's reflected in the car counts too, because
right.
Nobody wants to run this track. I get it, but I think it's kind of fun. It's difficult, but it's definitely a lot harder than something like
Even
Speedway
Martinsville.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's a lot easier than hopping in and driving around Vegas or something.
right.
It's hard.
Well, you finished second tonight. It's unfortunately not going to gain you any points in towards Rhett, but you guys are pretty much locked into the playoffs. And next week, heading to Pocono. Is that a strong track for you?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm pretty good there. It's all about turn 2. They're getting through the tunnel pretty well.
Yeah.
You kind of just gotta lick the stamp and send it. So I do pretty decent there usually. We'll see, but I'm sure Rhett will be quick there as well, because last time we ran that track, he was quick there. So we'll see. I feel pretty good about it though.
Well, I expect somewhere on your car for it to say "lick the stamp and send it." You should just make that your main sponsor for next week.
I might have to. I'm not much on the paint, but that's Clinton's deal there. He's the paint maker. I couldn't put a number on a car.
Well, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just shout out to Clinton for putting the series on, and Michael and Brady for NASRA. Shout out to you for 10-4. And hopefully we can get some cars back. I'm not sure what happened. The car counts fell off, but hopefully everybody come back. We have real good racing in here. I think it's really good field.
Oh yeah.
It might just be the track and the cars, because they're definitely difficult combos. So maybe that's what's doing it. But just thanks for everybody that does show up. I enjoy this every week. So. Yeah,
and I feel like out of the leagues that I broadcast, it does tend to happen. Some guys get frustrated. They can't figure things out. But if I was in a car, I'd be coming every week just because the practice makes perfect. You get better and better every time you're out there on the track, and one day you could get lucky and bring home that win because something crazy could happen.
I agree.
But once again, congratulations tonight, and we'll see you next week at Pocono.
All right, thank you, man.
And now, the man of the hour, Rhett Tucker, brings home a 4th win. Did you ever have any doubt?
Yeah.
When you ran into the back of Falovich, is that when it was?
Dude, yeah, I thought my car stopped handling and was going slower, and then I guess it was all in my head.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I saw that happen, I literally just went to the camera view, and he comes off the corner, and yeah, I didn't know if there was something I had missed, so I had to go back and look, but he just got loose off that corner, and there was nowhere for you to go.
I know there's cars everywhere. I couldn't do anything. It happens, man. At least it wasn't worse than it was.
Right, you still come home with the win. Really had no competition all night. What? Well, I don't want to ruin your secrets. I wanted to ask, what do you think you were doing different than everybody else? But you can keep that secret.
I was trying to keep that 27 car getting further and further away behind me, and I finally was able to execute that.
Well, you did a great job, because even when you went to the pits, you gained. He was about 3 seconds behind you, and then when he went into the pits and you had already been into the pits, it was like a 12-second lead.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna run me down. I just figured, stay smooth, don't burn your stuff up, and it's gonna be tough for him because you only have like 3, 4, 5 laps on new tires where you're really fast. So, minimize the mistakes.
Well, you did a great job tonight. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, man, you for doing the broadcast. I hate for everybody that, car count was so low. We gotta, I don't know, start getting some more people racing with us. I don't know what happened, but
It's New Hampshire. I really feel that with New Hampshire, people just kind of intimidated by the track. It's not a lot of people don't find it fun.
yeah. Lots of throttle discipline, I guess. But thank you to Clinton Snead, everybody that races with us and helps us do this. Malware Bytes, Prosper Engineering, and Primary Jeep Summers and Argos.
Well, congratulations again, Rhett. Thanks for always coming out, showing out. That was funny. Finishing the race and coming across with a wreck. That was good.
we were talking to each other. We had to do something fun.
Yeah, that was good. But we'll see you next week at Pocono.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
You're welcome. And that's going to be it for tonight here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway in the Snead Competition Series. Snead Competition Design Xfinity Series. I'll get it right. Rhett Tucker, your winner, bringing it home again. Second place, Gabriel Ellison. Clinton Snead in third. Chris Cinnamon finishing in fourth. Clinton Castleberry finishing in fifth. And Dylan Falovich, your pole setter for tonight, finishing in sixth. And Brandon Bullock finishing in seventh. But from everybody here at 10-4 Broadcasting, we hope you have a great night. We'll see you next week right here at 8 o'clock for Pocono. Should be a great race. Pocono always has great, exciting racing. So until then,